Obviously, we rely on the TSA to protect us at airports. They're the ones that are supposed to screen out dangerous individuals. They're the ones who are supposed to make sure that weapons aren't being smuggled aboard. They're the ones who we allow to see effectively naked images of ourselves, and we expect that they'll be mature and that they won't abuse that power. And there are all these rights that are given to them in addition to the responsibilities that they have. But unfortunately, apparently in the TSA, the culture has become such that many TSA employees don't feel comfortable or protected in actually speaking up when they see either wasteful spending or sexual harassment or, in some cases, suspicious behavior. TSA employees recently told the House Oversight and Government Reform Committee that workers are afraid to speak up about problems at the agency and feel as though they will be unfairly punished despite promises of protection. And so, like with every other area of the government, if you want whistleblowers to blow their whistles, and there's a good reason to do that, to stop these problems from becoming bigger, you have to protect them. And again, apparently, as with so many areas of the government, we don't. We punish them, we fine them, we fire them, we lock them up, we drive them to Russia.
Yes.
That's what we do with them, and that's not just hurting them, it's hurting us. Now, there's a guy, Mark Livingston, he was the program manager for the TSA, who said, "You should be alarmed and concerned with these issues because TSA employees are less likely to report operational security threats or relevant issues out of fear of retaliation. No one who reports issues is safe at TSA." And we're not talking about just like, oh, Bobby took a break that was too long, I should snitch on him. These are the actual security threats that are their main job, to weed those out. And by the way, he reported sexual harassment at one point. He said that he was fined $10,000, or his annual salary was deducted $10,000 because he reported that sexual harassment, and he was later demoted as well.
But what I don't understand is, are they reporting it to the media, which some whistleblowers do, and they face some retaliation for doing it, or are they just reporting it to their superiors?
They're supposed to report it to their superiors.
And they get punished for reporting?
They're not being protected, yeah.
I mean, well, there are lots of issues with the TSA, including them being unable to catch actual weapons while they're too busy checking whether or not we're hiding something in our shoes. I mean, that could be, this story could be part of that problem.
Yeah. Look, and part of it could be that, like with a lot of other organizations that have been around for a long time, the culture sort of becomes entrenched. And you can say they need to do one thing, you can train new employees, but if the management, if the people who've been around for a long time like the way things have been going, they don't want some upstart to say, oh, he's sexually harassing her. Yeah, I like that he's sexually harassing her. I sexually harassed people coming up. That might well be what they're thinking, even if they'll never admit to it. But the overall effect of this is just part of it. But knowing that you can't point out wrongdoing, it makes you not want to work there. And we found recently the agency was ranked as one of the worst places to work in federal government.
Wow.
This is last year, coming in at 313 out of 320 in the annual survey by the Partnership of Public Service.
Wow.
I need to look up what those 6 worst ones were.
Yeah.
I don't know, but you don't want to work there. I'll tell you that much.
That's incredible.
Yeah. We've given them shit in the past because the studies show that 9 times out of 10 they don't catch a gun that's going through whatever. Those numbers are made up. And then we like to laugh when they start up the Instagram where they show the things that they did catch, like throwing stars and stuff like that. But this needs to be resolved. And thankfully, well, it's the House, so it's the Republicans, unfortunately, but at least it's being talked about because we need the protections. Sometimes they go too far. I think that the searches are too invasive. The shoe thing needs to end. But we need them to feel comfortable to speak out when they do see something, and this is not the way to get that from the organization.